Meenakshi Kaushik welcome you all for online campus engagement program organized for BBA and BBA CAM and BCom students. I would like to introduce you to our eminent speaker, Mr. Ravinder Singh Chawla, who is a certified financial planner, ICICI Securities. He is founder and managing partner of RCS Skill Building and Consulting Solutions. He has more than 30 years of experience in multi-skill profession. He has authored many books of management, insurance, and marketing communications. We welcome you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Good
We,
afternoon, all young leaders. It's indeed a pleasure for me being here with you all. Whenever I interact with the students, it's always a pleasure because I know I'm interacting with the future leaders of our country. Uh, because you are the ones who are going to be leading our country, to become the fastest growing economy in the days ahead. Uh, so, welcome to this virtual, trading platform session on virtual trading platform. We are going to be discussing other things also, but today you are going to be learning, quite a few things about how to be able to begin your journey towards creating wealth. And I welcome you once again to this particular session. Let's start with sharing how is this session going to be helping you. Uh, Today, whatever you're going to be learning about, it would help you hone, a lot of skill. It will help you, upskill yourself in terms of analytical skills, critical thinking skills, decision making skills, and taking calculated risks as well. So that is what we are going to be discussing about today. Let's begin with a story, right? We all love stories. I do. I love stories a lot, and I'm sure you also would be loving stories a lot. So this story is about a king who was very fond of playing chess, right? He was very good at it, and whenever he had any visitors, he used to invite them, for a game of chess. And because he was very good at it, he used to win every time, right? Once he had a guest who was a mathematician, and this king invited him for a game of chess. The mathematician said that no, I'll not be able to, spend time. I have some, other assignment to take care of. But the king felt offended. He said that no, you will have to play chess with me. So this particular guest agreed, and this particular guest, the mathematician, defeated the king. Right? He defeated the king in this game of chess. Now the king was absolutely surprised, and he offered to the visitor, the guest, that whatever you want, you may ask for whatever prize you want from me, because I am invincible. Nobody has been able to defeat me. You've been able to defeat me. So, mango kya mangte ho, right? So this person said, no, 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 I don't want anything. You have offered me something to ask for it. That is enough for me. I don't need anything. So the king again felt offended. He said, you are insulting me. You ask whatever you want, and I'll give it to you. Now, what he did was that he put some grains of rice on the chessboard. And he said that, okay, king, since you want me to take something, you put one grain of rice, on the first square. You put 2 grains of rice on the second square, and you double it. So this will become 4 grains on the next square, 8 grains on the next square, so on and so forth. So every square just keep doubling the number of grains. And this way, once you reach on the 64th square, whatever grains would be there, whatever number of grains would be there, आप मुझे वो दे देना. So the king started laughing. He said, are you a crazy person? You are sitting in front of a king. The king is asking you to ask for something, and you are asking for, few grains of rice. I mean, you are a stupid person. He said, sir, you please Give this to me. This is what I require. And the king started laughing. He obviously he thought that this was a very, very, small gift which this guest was asking for. Anyways, so his workers, they kept arranging for the grains of rice. Now, when they moved to the 64th square, by the time they moved to the 64th square, they had run out of all the grains. They did not have grains of rice in the entire kingdom. And ultimately, the king had to hand over his kingdom to that mathematician because he could not, you know, uh, 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 take care of his promise. You know why? How many grains were there? The number of grains were these many, right? Running to 19 digits, right? 1 crore is 8 digits, right? 1 crore is 8 digits, and this was working out to 19 digits, and this worked out to 210 tons of rice, right? I mean, those many grains were there. Now, this is what is the power of compounding, right? When we accumulate money, when we start investing money, and over a period of time, over the years, the money grows to a huge amount. And this is why Albert Einstein had said that power of compounding is the eighth wonder of the world, right? So today I would want to, help you all understand how important is it for you to invest money. How important is it for you to invest money? This is what we are going to be discussing about. And how important is it for you to start investing early, right? So, equity has been the best asset class historically, right? Sensex started in the year 1979. And if we were to, plot the performance on a graph, right? This is how it looks like over the last 42 years, 79 till now, 1979 till 2021, right? And the compounded annual growth rate is works out to over 16% per annum, right? Year after year, the average returns are 16% per annum. No other asset class has given as high returns as equity. So equity is definitely an asset class which you must consider investing your money in, right? So you are all young people, and obviously the maximum allocation of yours should be in equity. Okay? Now let's begin with this. Let's go through a case study, and then we'll talk more about it. So this case study is about three friends, right? These three friends are Mangesh, Viral, and Jaideep, right? Now they all start investing 1,000 rupees per month. And what they decide is that every year they will increase their investment by 10%. Right? So पहले साल 1,000 से शुरू करेंगे, अगले साल से हर महीना 1,100 हो जाएगा, 1,100 रुपया, 10% बढ़ जाएगा, राइट? फिर उसके बाद अगले साल 1,210 हो जाएगा, 1,210 रुपया हो जाएगा, right? So on and so forth. So every year they would be stepping up their investment by 10%. That is what they decide. Now they want to accumulate money for their retirement, right? They all want to retire at the age of 55. Okay. Now, when Mangesh starts investing money, he is 22 years old, which means he invests for 33 years, right? Viral is 30, 20, he starts investing at the age of 25. So he invests for 30 years. And Jaideep starts investing when he's 30 years of age. So he invests for 25 years, right? Now, assuming that the rate of return is 12% per annum, right? And they keep investing their money till the time they are 55 years of age, right? So one invests for 33 years, the other invests for 30 years, and the third one invests for 25 years. My question to you is, who would have the maximum corpus and why? So amongst the three, you may write in the chat box, please. Who would have the maximum accumulation?
You can raise your hand, students. I will unmute you. Okay.
Yes, please. Who would have the maximum corpus and why? Would Mangesh have the maximum amount, or Viral, or Jaideep? If you have access to chat box, you may write in the chat box, please. Yes, Shivangi Bhatia. Ma'am, if you could kindly unmute Shivangi, please.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Thank you. Yes,
Sir,
yes, Mangesh, yes, absolutely.
Because
right.
he started investing at the age of 22.
Yes, Shivangi. Absolutely right answer. Great job. Thank you so much. Good job done. Right? Because Mangesh started investing absolutely at the age of 22, much ahead of others, he would have the maximum amount, right? But any guesses, before I show you the next slide, any guesses as to how much would have been the difference in terms of accumulation of Mangesh and Viral? So Viral started investing 3 years later, right? Mangesh started investing at the age of 22 and Viral started investing at the age of 25. So just 3 years later. तो 3 साल में कितना फर्क पड़ा होगा? क्या आप गेस कर सकते हैं? कितने परसेंट फर्क पड़ा होगा? They were investing the same amount. The return was the same. Just because Viral started investing 3 years later on, how much would have been the impact? Any guesses? Let me show it to you. You'd be amazed, right? So these are the results. So if you see here, Mangesh's accumulation was 1.26 crores, whereas Viral's accumulation was half of that, practically half of that. Or rather, Mangesh's accumulation was 50% more than Viral's. Viral's accumulation was 83 lakhs, whereas Mangesh's accumulation was 1.26 crores, right? So just because Mangesh started investing 3 years earlier, his accumulation was, much more than Viral. Again, look at Jaideep's accumulation. Jaideep started investing money 5 years after Viral, right? Just compare the accumulation, the difference of accumulation between Viral and Jaideep. It's 50%, right? So Jaideep's accumulation is 50% of Viral's. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that's because of power of compounding. The sooner you start, the better it is going to be, right? Now, had Mangesh started investing money at the age of 20, your age, right? I am sure many of you may not have even completed 20 years of age right now, right? Some of you may have. But if let's say Mangesh had started investing money at the age of 20, this amount would have been 1.75 crores. Let me write here. This amount would have been, this amount would have been 1.75 crores, right? 1.75 crores. So 50%, almost 50 lakhs more than what Mangesh accumulated, because he would have started investing at the age of 22. So the sooner you do that, the better it is going to be, right? And that is very, very important in case of investing money. Now, we all know about equity. I'm sure many of us would be knowing about equities, right? But then many times what happens is that because you are afraid of investing money, you may not actually get into investing money, right? But what if you are given a platform whereby you can actually play on it, and you know, because you are playing on it in a simulated environment, you would actually be able to learn also, right? For example, pilots. How do pilots learn flying a plane? They do not straight away get into the plane. No, they sit in a simulator, right? And the simulator actually works in the same way. It brings all those the real life situation, and they simulate the entire experience, and that is how they learn how to fly an aeroplane, right? Same way today for learning how to drive a car, there are a lot of simulators which are available. If you go to Maruti Suzuki driving school, they would make you sit in a simulator. Today we are going to be telling you about a simulator which will help you learn about the stock markets absolutely in a real life environment. But the only thing is that you will not have to, invest your money, actual money. You would use a virtual currency. You would use virtual money. So you can learn also. You can actually buy and sell shares just like in a real life scenario, but you would not have to lose your money, right? That's an advantage. Now, this reminds me of a quotation by, famous philosopher Confucius. He said that I hear and I forget, I see and I remember, I do and I understand. So the virtual trading platform is going to help you do it, actually do trading or investment, right? Using a virtual currency, and you can learn more about it, right? Now, why equity markets? So as I shared with you, as I discussed with you, equity markets have given the maximum returns historically. No other asset class has given as high returns as equity, right? So, let me give an example to you. Let's say I'm sure you all love pizza, right? So let's say that assume this is a pizza, right? And there are various pies. Each pizza would have various pies. So this could be one pie. I'm sorry, my drawing is very bad. Please don't mind it, right? So these are like different pies of pizza. So let's say you have different family members in your home, right? And each of you have access to certain pies. Okay. Now just imagine that you are eligible to eat 3 pies of pizza. आपके हिस्से में पिज्जा के 3 पाइस आने वाले हैं, 3 पीसेस आने वाले हैं. But जरा सोचिए, if the size of the pizza were to keep growing, right? Just imagine the size of the pizza were to keep growing, then despite the fact that you are eligible for 3 pies, obviously you will get to eat much more going forward, right? That is exactly what happens when we invest in stocks, right? So when you buy shares, you are actually, taking ownership of a company, putting money and investing in the ownership of a company. Now, when the performance of the company improves, when the company starts doing well, right? Obviously, the share value increases and your valuation also increases. But assume the company does not do well, then obviously the share price reduces and your valuation goes down, right? Now, because our economy is going to be doing very, very well in the times to come, obviously, this is where you all need to be, right? So, you need to learn about investing in the stock market, and the virtual trading platform is, something which will really help you learn more about it, right? All right. So how can you gain by investing in equities? So one is, as we discussed, the valuation would improve, the share value would improve. The second one is that company would also be distributing dividends, right? Share of profits. So you'd be gaining regularly through dividends also. Plus, if you do trading, right, you can buy and sell on a regular basis from a short-term basis. Thereby, you can also earn profits, short-term profits, right? So, see, the share price would either be going up, right? Either it would be going up or it would be going down, right? Now, how can you gain by trading? So what you can do is you can buy at a lower point, and if you think that the stock price would be going up, you can sell it at a higher point. Let's say you buy a share for 100 rupees and you want to sell it at 110 rupees. So when the share value goes to 110 or 105, you gain from it. Similarly, you can also gain by doing short selling, right, in trading. So how can you do that? So let's say if a particular shares is at stock price is at 110 rupees, right, and you expect it to go down. So you can sell the share at 110 and you can buy it towards the end of the day when it is at 100 rupees. So this is called as short selling. So in trading, you can gain through both these ways, right? And these are the short-term profits that we are talking about. So equity as an investment option is a great option because, as we discussed, it would help you get regular income also. You can create wealth also from a long-term perspective, and from a short-term perspective, you can gain short-term profits through trading also, right? And obviously, this will add on to your pocket money. There would be a lot of expenses of yours which you can meet up through short-term trading also, and you can invest from a long-term perspective also. You can create wealth for yourself. We just saw in that case study that if somebody is investing just 1,000 rupees per month, right, and keeps stepping up the investments by 10%, assuming that the market gives just 12% returns, then you can become, Sawa Crorepati, not Crorepati, but Sawa Crorepati, 1.26 crores by the age of 55. Now, just imagine if the return were to be 15%, then obviously this amount will become 2.5 crores. And if you could invest more amount, right? See, going forward, when you start working, obviously you will have more money available. So you will not just need to invest 1,000 rupees. You can invest 5,000, 6,000 rupees every month also. Just imagine you would have huge money going forward. So the main thing is that you need to start investing early, as early as possible, right? Just to share with you that there have been a lot of success stories. For example, Colgate Palmolive, if somebody had invested just 6,500 rupees one time in Colgate in 1978, you can imagine how much is the value today. So it's 3 crore rupees, right? Plus dividends worth 35 lakh rupees would have been received. That's the power of investing in equity. And your college is given you this opportunity of learning about it. And the company ICICI Direct is also be giving you link whereby you can download this virtual trading platform and learn more about it. I'll be talking more about it. Right? Similarly, another example is Eicher Motors. So you can see that if somebody had invested just 10,000 rupees in 10 years, the value would have become 7 lakhs, more than 7 lakhs, right? Plus the dividends what would have been received. So this is annual growth rate of compounded annual growth rate of 50%. Right? Favicol is another example. So Favicol has also been a great example in terms of wealth creation. Right? If somebody had invested just 10,000 rupees 20 years back, today it would have been more than 8 lakh rupees. Right? That's the power which is there. And the platform that we are talking about would help you learn more about it. You can experiment on it. You can actually make mistakes also. You would not be using your actual money, your hard-earned money, or your parents' hard-earned money, but you would be using a virtual currency, right? So we are going to be giving you an opportunity to use this particular platform for 10 trading days. And there's going to be a competition also amongst you all. So at the end of the 10 trading days, we would see as to which one of you has actually, realized maximum gains. So from the virtual currency of 15 lakhs that you would be getting, we would be saying how much money have you accumulated from 15 lakhs, right? It could be 25, 30, 35. It could be anything, right? So this would give you the opportunity of not only, learning more about the stock markets, but this would be absolutely simulating the real life environment, so you can really learn a lot, right? So we would be finding, our quest would be to find out the best budding investor. You would be getting 15 lakhs of virtual currency, absolutely in a real life market scenario. It would be for 10 trading days. So for example, tomorrow would be the first trading day, and Saturday, Sunday would be off. Monday would be the second day, Tuesday would be the third day, so on and so forth. This would be there for 10 trading days. It would help you get a lot of knowledge. You'd be able to, upskill yourself. It would also help you improve your decision-making skills, your analytical ability, your risk-taking ability also would get improved, right? Various colleges are participating, and I'm glad that your college has also taken this decision to support the students, upskill themselves. And I thank you, and I thank the esteemed faculty members of your college for considering this. So this is what StockMind is. It's a risk-free trading platform. You would be doing that in a simulated environment. You would be getting access to 15 lakh rupees of virtual currency. The market scenario would be absolutely a real life one, right? You would be buying the shares as per the actual share price of that particular stock at that time, right? From 9:15 till 3:30 in the day, right? And absolutely live market conditions. So you'd be given a link. You would need your college ID, email ID, college email ID, or whatever email ID is there, your user ID, and you can submit it. You'll get a password, and then you can change your password, right? And you can start playing with it. So instead of playing, PUBG or maybe some other games, use this. Trust me, because this will give you a lot of confidence. This is like net practice in case of cricket, right? So in cricket, the players practice they play within the net area, because they can experiment, they can try out different shots. Even if they get out, it does not make a difference, because that's not a real life, real match scenario. Same way, you can actually practice it. It will give you a lot of confidence, right? As Confucius said, you do it and you understand it, right? So when you actually invest, you can, when you trade, uh, obviously you'll get a lot of confidence, and then you will also want to put in your own money. And I would certainly suggest to you that after you have learned about it, after the 10 trading days, please, start investing. You open a demat account. This company, ICICI Direct, I'm myself their customer. uh, they give very good quality advice, so you get access to quality advice. They have a research team, and they'll give you ideas which stock to buy, which not to buy, right? But please do invest your money going forward, even if you start with a, but obviously that is how you embark the journey towards creating wealth. So there are different types of trades. You can, cash trade is the one wherein you actually, whatever money you have, you can invest only using that money, right? But you also get the margin facility, right? So for example, let's say if the margin for a particular stock is 30%, and you are buying 1 lakh rupees worth of stock, you will not be actually deploying 1 lakh rupees of money. You would only be utilizing 30,000 rupees, because 30% is the margin available, right? So you can buy much more using the margin. So cash buy, cash sell is also there, and margin buy, margin sell is also there, right? So this is the virtual trading platform. I mean, just to explain it to you, this is, you can check your limit. To start with, the limit will be 15 lakhs, right? And obviously, if you are investing well, the limit will get enhanced. If you are having gains, if you are having profits, this will increase. But if you are having losses, then it will reduce. Okay. Uh, if when you want to place order, you have to use this to place order. Now, this is what placing order is like. You can buy in cash, sell in cash, or buy in margin, or sell in margin, right? Now, so let's say you're buying in cash, so you will put, cash will be opted for, and then you will choose the relevant exchange, whether you're buying from NSE, National Stock Exchange, or buying from Bombay Stock Exchange, okay? And choose the stock, choose the quantity, and if you are buying, let's say, at the market price means whatever the price of the share at that particular time is. So you can click on the market price, and you can buy it straight away. But suppose you don't want to buy it at market price. Let's say the stock is currently trading at 100 rupees, but you want to buy at 90 rupees. 100 का stock में खरीदना चाहते हैं, for example, right? Because you think that the stock price will come down to 90. The chances are it may not. Let's say you want to buy it at 97, 98, for example. So then you put 97 or 98 rupees. So the limit means what is it that you want to buy it at, right? So, and then you can buy it, right? But let's say if you want to buy it at margin, right? So as I discussed, you will not have to pay full money for it, but you will get some provision to buy it, to pay only 30% of that, for example. Okay. So similarly, you can choose the stock, you can choose the quantity, right? And let's say if you're buying at a limit, you are choosing the price, then you can also put the stop loss. So let's say if you want to restrict your losses only up to a certain extent, you can do that. Okay. Right now, obviously, the markets have closed. Else, maybe we could have, absolutely given you a demo of that. Same way when you want to sell, right? So through margin, you can sell. Trust me, it's very easy. Once you get into that, you'll be able to learn about it, right? So you guys are much more sharper in terms of your technological skills as compared to people of my generation. You guys are much more sharper. and I am sure you'll pick the skills even if you were to just spend 5 minutes on it. It's so simple, right? And obviously, you are not going to be using your own money. It's a virtual currency which is going to be there. So you can experiment even if you, let's say, you were to lose some money, it's absolutely fine. Okay? It's, it's like any other video game. Now, the company is currently giving some offers. So if you open an account, with the company for a Demat account, and you will get Amazon voucher, right? So the company is giving you a. Meenakshi, would you please talk more about it? I mean, it would be a better thing if you could talk about it. The offers, Meenakshi.
Yeah, am I audible, everyone?
Yes,
Sir, am I audible?
yes, you are.
So these offers are related with ICICI account opening. So you will get when you open an account with ICICI Direct. So directly it says that you will get 250 rupees Amazon voucher. Sir, can you please? Okay. So these are again different offers which ICICI is running on account opening. 11,673 offers we are running. So you can say gateway to stock investing, secrets to wealth creation, money control, ET Prime, wealth insight, and mutual fund. So these are all the offers which you will get after opening account opening on ICICI Direct itself. This includes the same. If you refer a friend, you will get 250 rupees for every successful referral, and again 500 on your friend's first transaction. So these offers are available. You can avail all these offers after opening account opening on ICICI Direct itself. So you can continue otherwise with StockMind. This is the referral landing page link where you can refer friend on account opening.
Thank you, Meenakshi.
Yes, sir.
I think I'll be very honest with you. When I was studying in our times, such privileges were not there. So we learned through experimentation. We made a lot of mistakes in investments. Many of us started investing money much later in our life. I am sure many faculty members also would have started investing much later in our lives. I started investing when I was 35 years of age, 10 years after I started working, because in our times we were not told about how important investment is. So we did not know about any such thing. We experimented, we lost our money, and that is how, through trial and error method did we learn. And I'm sure the same would have been the situation with quite a few faculty members as well. But you have a great opportunity to actually start investing at a much younger age in life. You may not have, it may be at least 2 years, or maybe in some cases even a longer time before you start your professional careers. But here is an opportunity wherein you can actually start investing. And believe you me, you will remember today's day going forward, when you will realize that I learned about the importance of investing money, and how good it was that you got this knowledge, and you would be able to create a lot of wealth for yourself. Okay, I'll be happy to answer any questions that you may have, anything related to the equity markets or taxation. I'll be happy to answer any questions that you may have, or related to this only. If there are any questions, I'll be happy to answer.
Students, you can raise your hands. I will unmute you. If you have any queries, you can raise your hand. Yes, students. If you have any query, you can raise your hand. So I will unmute you.
Yes, Suraj. Sorry, Suraj. Yeah, Suraj.
Just a minute.
सर ये इंट्राडे ट्रेडिंग क्या होती है?
हाँ जी, ये इंट्राडे भी कर सकते हैं आप. सो इंट्राडे ट्रेडिंग क्या होती है, ये पूछा आप?
हाँ जी सर, और उसके टैक्सेशन कितने लगते हैं, मतलब पर डे
Okay,
शेयर के कितने टैक्स?
ठीक। तो अगर आप इंट्राडे कर रहे हैं या अगर आप शॉर्ट टर्म इन्वेस्टमेंट कर रहे हैं, शॉर्ट टर्म इन्वेस्टमेंट का मतलब 1 साल से कम समय के लिए, राइट? तो 15% गेन्स पे, जो गेन हुआ है आपको, प्रॉफिट जो हुआ है उस पे 15% टैक्स लगेगा। एग्जाम्पल लेते हैं, लेट अस से आपने 1 लाख रुपए का निवेश किया और एज्यूम करिए कि आपको 1 लाख प्रॉफिट हुआ, एज्यूम करिए, राइट? So in less than 1 year you made gains of 1 lakh rupees, तो उसका 15% यानी 15,000 टैक्स लगेगा, बाकी का 85,000 आपका पैसा है, ठीक? लेकिन अगर आप 1 साल से ज्यादा समय के लिए निवेश कर रहे हैं, so that is long term capital gains. So in that case up to 1 lakh rupees of gains in equity are exempt. 1 लाख रुपए तक के कैपिटल गेन्स पे कोई टैक्स नहीं है। लॉन्ग कैपिटल गेन्स की बात कर रहा हूँ, यानी बियॉन्ड 1 year, बट मोर देन 1 lakh rupees the gains will be taxed at the rate of 10%. तो एक एग्जांपल लेते हैं, सपोज करिए आपको टोटल गेन हुआ 1.5 lakhs का, 1.5 लाख का आपको लॉन्ग टर्म कैपिटल गेन्स गेन हुआ, राइट? तो 1 लाख तक तो एग्जेम्प्ट है, बाकी का 50,000 रुपीज पे 10%, which means 5,000 would be taxed. सूरज, क्या मैं आपके प्रश्न का उत्तर दे पाया हूं? सूरज?
Suraj?
ये Vishal, yes, madam, Vishal has raised hand.
Yes, sir.
Vishal,
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Good evening, sir.
good evening,
Sir, I
Vishal.
want to ask a question that कि आपके अकॉर्डिंग कौन सा बेस्ट ट्रेडिंग प्लेटफॉर्म है? Because we have OctaFX Pro and copy trading also. So what we can use for trading?
I honestly, not because I am delivering this session for ICICI Direct, that's the reason I'm saying it. It's always a good idea to offer something which is being provided by a great organization, right? Now, ICICI is one of the leaders in the financial services sector. So their research team is really good. The systems are really good, right? I would strongly recommend
sir,
to you
sorry
that
to interrupt you, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, it is little bit complex because I have already a Demat account on ICICI Direct,
Okay.
but I am unable to trade properly, sir.
Okay. Maybe I would suggest you try out the virtual platform. You just experiment with it, right?
Yes, sir.
And then once you learn more about it, many times what happens is that, if we are not able to practice something in a better manner, we may make mistakes.
Yes,
right?
sir.
And because we may make mistakes, we may not find that thing to be useful. And it happened with me the first time I used a laptop. Right? And I was not able to use it properly, and then I was not able to really make use of the functionality. But then when I realized my folly, obviously I was able to overcome that, and I realized that I was able to use it very well thereafter.
Yes, sir. We learn from our mistakes, sir. Thank you so much,
Yeah,
sir.
we do, yes. And that is where experimentation helps, right? And this virtual trading platform would really help you experiment without
sir.
losing your money. Because otherwise, if you experiment, you would be burning money, you would be losing your money, right? But
Yes,
here, that's a very good opportunity. And this is going to be a competition. So I'm sure, you guys would be able
I try
to,
much harder, sir.
yeah, you can deploy the virtual currency available with you in a better manner.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Welcome.
Thank
Any
you so
other
much, sir.
questions?
Any other question? I think, sir, you have explained so much well that students have no any more queries.
All right. But let me ask one question to all of you. I'm sure all of you have PAN cards, right? Should you be filing your tax returns even if you don't have any other income? Well, you should. I would strongly, recommend that you all file your tax returns. So it gives a lot of benefits. Going forward, it's quite possible that, let's say if you want to take a loan or if you want to, let's say, apply for something, maybe it's quite possible that going forward, tax return filing would become a mandatory requirement, right? Right now it isn't there, but going forward हो सकता है. इसके अलावा, see, we can contribute towards nation building, right? One of the problems that we have in our kind of setup is that very few people file their tax returns, right? We all love our nation so much, so it's always a good idea that we should file our tax return. आपकी इनकम नहीं है, आप उसमें बोलिए कि आपकी इनकम नहीं है. Nobody is going to ask you कि आपने zero tax return क्यों फाइल किया है. But it's a good idea, file your tax returns.
Thank you so much, sir.
Welcome.
Now it's time to thank our eminent speaker. It's my proud privilege to extend a vote of thanks to our worthy principal ma'am, Dr. Savita Bhagatji, in absentia, who has motivated us to organize such a wonderful session. Our worthy coordinator, sir, Shri Mukesh Bansal ji, is also with us. I would like to thank him also for always motivating us for organizing such various webinars. I extend my heartfelt thanks to our respected Dean ma'am, Dr. Surbhi, and our worthy HOD ma'am, Ms. Ankita Mohindra, for their continuous support and appreciation always. I would like to thank our eminent speaker, Mr. Ravinder Singh Chawla. Sir, you really explained all the facts about virtual stock marketing wonderfully with simple examples. I think all the queries of our students are clear. I would like to thank Ms. Meenakshi Singh. She is Regional Marketing Manager in ICICI Securities for convening all the program. Thank you so much, sir. And at last, I would like to thank all the participants, our students for listening and understanding so patiently. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am,
yes, sir.
I was actually, I was thinking that you are that Miss Meenakshi Singh, whom I know. So I didn't know that you are part of the college. So pardon me if I was referring to you by name. So
no problem, sir. No problem.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a great time.
Share the attendance link.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, thank you, Meenakshi.
Okay.
Thank you, team. Thank you, sir. Thank you, students, for participating in the session. Thank
you are
all.
most welcome, Meenakshi.
Meenakshi ma'am, I would also like to thank Manisha ma'am, who coordinated with us for this event. I think her name is Manisha from ICICI, right?
Meenakshi,
No, it's
ma'am.
Meenakshi. Yeah, Ankita.
It's Meenakshi. Oh, I saved your name.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm really sorry. I saved your
No
name,
problem.
Manisha. Thank you so much for arranging such
So in
session.
future, we do number of sessions again. So we have again like other sessions also on financial planning. So we will discuss with you. We can
Sure,
plan for
sure.
teachers
Yeah, surely,
and faculty.
surely.